Aside from working out and drinking water, there are 5 other very important things you should do to live past 65. What can middle-aged people do to keep their health in good shape after they reach retirement age? The advice you get from many people will be to work out more and drink more water. These 5 points are where the real answer lies. Before we begin, there's something special I want to give you near the end of this video. A quiet little tip that's made a big difference in my own life. I hope you'll stay with me all the way through. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future moments together. And if you're watching right now, say hello by commenting, "Still growing, still glowing." It's always heartwarming to see who's with us. Now let's begin. There's no denying that death is getting closer when you get old. There is always something that people can do to make their last years better, which is good news. So, what can we do to stay healthy? Some say that you should be more active, while others say that you should drink a lot of water. Are drinking water and working out enough to keep our strength and muscle mass as we age? On the other hand, drinking too much water can damage your kidneys. The body holds on to water, causing electrolytes in the blood to dissolve slowly, which can lead to conditions like hyponatremia and hypokalemia. When people are too old to safely exercise, they could hurt themselves or start having problems with their joints. The elderly know better than anyone else that good health care is more than just drinking enough water and working out. The following 5 rules must be followed as part of it. First, make sure you get enough sleep every night. Keeping and regaining energy is an important part of staying healthy as we age. Do not put your body through anything that will stress it out. It's very important to get enough sleep. Make sure you sleep at the same time every night. 8 hours is recommended. It should be easy for you to get up and go to bed at regular times. Staying up late is bad for your health in many ways, like affecting your immune system and hormones. People who regularly stay up late are less likely to live a long time because they don't get enough rest. A day in the past was made up of 12 separate times. The rat's hour was from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., and the pig's hour was from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. The last hour of every day is sometimes called the pig hour. At this time, people should put down their tools, go to sleep, and let their bodies relax. 2. Try to keep your cool and a positive attitude. Hold on to a positive outlook and attitude as you get older. Each of us has been through and gotten through a lot of hard times. When you face new problems, keep a positive and calm attitude. The days are always 24 hours long, no matter how you're feeling. Being in a bad mood for a long time increases the health risks that come with it. Your mood will drop, and you might even get sick. So, taking care of your mind and personality is very important. Being in a good mood lets you see the bright side of things and get through anything. Third, take good care of your digestive system. As you get older, it's good to keep your digestive system in good shape. When guts are healthy, people live longer, feel better, and take in nutrients better. If you want to keep your digestive system healthy, eat less fast food and foods that are high in fat, sugar, and salt. Also, watch how much you eat. Avoid ready-made foods, organ meats, high-calorie, high-sugar foods, and foods that have gone bad or grown mold. Instead, eat a lot of fresh, different foods like eggs, chicken, and fish. Also, keep your weight steady by keeping a close eye on your progress. Set a regular time to eat each of your 3 meals. Your digestive system will thank you if you eat until you're about 80% full. The elderly should also stay away from very hot or very cold temperatures and strong spices. 4. Keep your bones and joints in good shape. Osteoporosis is more common as you get older. In the past, strong limbs and joints were more likely to get hurt. Now, even a small bump or sneeze can break bones. So what can older people do to avoid getting osteoporosis? Keeping the body's calcium levels steady is an important part. Getting extra calcium from food or medicine is only one part of it. Don't forget to get some sun. Sunlight helps your body make vitamin D, which helps your bones absorb calcium better. 5. By promoting knowledge and making smart health investments. As you get older, you need to learn more about health. Not that you have to be a professional doctor, but you should know what you can and cannot do. Learn how to properly take care of your health. Don't be cheap. Spend wisely on things that you do need, like regular checkups and tests for diseases with a high risk. By doing these things, you can find early signs of illness, act on them, and stop small problems from getting worse, all of which will help you live longer. A woman has written about her experiences so that she can be more active in her retirement, even though she doesn't live with her children anymore. Listen to what she has to say. Her children took turns moving in with her after her husband died because they were afraid she would be lonely. When her kids and grandchildren were first living with her, she was very happy. But as time went on, differences between the generations caused problems. She moved back to her old house after a big fight with her son about a year ago. She realized then that she had been too involved in the lives of her children. It's not right to make everyone follow her rules forever. Everyone has their own thoughts and ways of living. So, even after things calmed down and her son offered to take her back to the city, she said no and focused on her own retirement. After getting back on her feet after the death of her husband, she stopped doing some things at almost 70 years old in order to be happy and peaceful in retirement. She made the choice to stop getting involved in her kids' family problems. She just now watched a video of a street interview where the host asked parents if they should care about their kids more after they get married. "I still care about my children, but don't get in their way too much," said a woman about her age. "I am content as long as they are healthy. I wouldn't be happy if my mother-in-law had too much power." Parents' indifference to their kids after marriage is another way for them to grow up and be independent. Many parents still consider their kids to be kids, no matter how old they are. She thinks there should be clear boundaries so that children have their own space to grow and take charge of their lives, whether it's out of love or concern. Since she moved out on her own, she doesn't have to worry about her kids' family problems or things that bother her. As a result, she and her kids no longer fight, and she doesn't get angry very often. She feels a lot better about life now that she has more time for her own hobbies. The grandmother stopped helping to teach her grandchildren. A new topic on social media caught her attention as well: the biggest problems that mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law have with each other. A young woman named Tran said that her in-laws always thought the young couple didn't have enough life experience and often got in the way of them raising their children. It happened that her husband got home late and she was busy with housework. She asked the grandparents to play with the child, but her in-laws scolded her for letting the child sleep late and said it was bad for the child's health. In reality, she often got in the way of raising her grandchildren when she lived with her son. She would spoil them when they liked something and scold them loudly when they didn't follow the rules. By setting rules that went against what her son and his wife wanted, she caused him trouble. After living apart, she thinks it was a mistake for her to use her seniority to get involved in raising the grandchildren. It's hard to keep the peace in the family when people can't share. So, she felt much better when she stopped getting in the way of how her son and his wife raised their kids. Get along with more people. Many of my friends were shocked when I told them I was going to live alone after my husband died. Some even told me they thought I would be lonely as an old person. I still chose to move back to my old house, though. In reality, living with kids and grandchildren might make you feel less lonely because you'll be able to talk to them all the time. But if you don't agree with their way of life and ideas, you might feel trapped. Please leave the first comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. I made friends and joined senior clubs after living alone for a while. We get together once a week to talk about our lives and share many of the things we enjoy. My kids also respect my choice and come to see me every once in a while. So, I think my life is very good right now. No longer do I bother my kids, but I still live a happy and healthy old age. Many people think that you will be lonely and sad when you retire if you don't live with your kids and grandchildren. But I don't agree with that. A good way to feel more at ease and joyful is to find a balance between your personal life and your family life. As I got older, I learned that making up stories about other people and turning them into gossip is something I did. You will be happier and more positive if you don't constantly judge or compare yourself to other people. Along with Mr. Truong sharing that, at age 65, he lived with his son but always had problems. He realized the help he would need in his later years to be more comfortable. It wasn't as perfect as he thought life would be at his son's house. Time went by quickly. My spouse and I had been through the ups and downs of life together. But just as I was getting ready to enjoy old age, my wife left me for good. It was sad for months after losing a partner. I always missed my wife and felt lost when she wasn't around. When my son saw me like this, he was very upset and suggested that I move in with him. At that time, I thought that a change of scenery might help me get over my sadness, so I said yes to my son's request. When I got to my son's house for the first time, I felt like I was with family. After being by herself for a while, my daughter-in-law excitedly set up my room and brought me the things I needed. The grandchildren were also happy to see me. For a short time, the happy family atmosphere took my mind off of how painful it was to lose my partner. As time went on, though, I noticed that my son's family and I had very different habits and ways of living. My kids are used to staying up late and getting up late, but I like getting up and going to bed early. They try to live a high-quality life, while I try to be frugal. These differences made it harder for me and my kids to get along over time. The fight got really bad when my daughter-in-law broke an expensive vase in the house by accident. I shook my head and scolded her right away. His words were, "Dad, if it's broken, just buy a new one." I felt angry when I heard this. It looked like my kids had a lot of money. My son asked, "Dad, why are you so tense?" As my daughter-in-law awkwardly moved out of the way. "It's just a normal vase. We get paid to spend money. Should we just keep it like you? You should learn to change with the times." I realized after this argument that there was a big emotional gap between me and my son's family that couldn't be fixed. I remember how simple life was with my wife back then. While my kids are trying to live a modern, good life, I knew that I would have to depend on myself and learn to adapt and get along with others if I wanted to live a comfortable old age. After that, I started to change the way I thought and lived. I tried very hard to fit in with the way younger people live, to stay up to date on news and trends. I learned how to use computers and smartphones. Instead of letting my kids and grandchildren take over my life, I joined senior groups in the area and made friends with people who shared my interests, like myself. Besides that, I have learned how to talk to my son's family better. I'm not as stubborn as I used to be because I know that everyone has their own habits and values. If we want to live together in peace, we need to learn to tolerate each other. My son's family and I have started to talk about how I feel and what I think. I have also learned to respect their choices and ways of life. Over time, things have gotten better between us. I'm used to living with my kids now. Even though my wife's death has left a big hole in my life, I know that life will go on. I will keep my wonderful memories of the past close to me while I face the challenges and chances of the future. As the years go by, I've learned many useful things. People need to learn to rely on themselves, change how they think, and be ready for life's changes and challenges. Nobody can live our lives for us, nor should we depend on our kids all the time. You need to be brave and leave your comfort zone if you want to enjoy the good things about old age. Just this way, your later years will be full of color and meaning. Smart people live simply, save smartly, and retire smartly. Mrs. Dong, who is 65 years old, is happy every day even though she doesn't have much money. A few years ago, her husband died. Both her daughter and son are grown up and live on their own. First thing in the morning, Mrs. Dong plants and takes care of her small garden. She likes to sit by the window and talk to other people when she has free time. The truth is that not many people at age 65 can enjoy life as much as Mrs. Dong does. This is because even though they are retired, they often have kids, grandchildren, and all the duties that come with being grandparents. Mrs. Dong shares her secret to a calm life and what she values most. A minimalist lifestyle, which means getting rid of clutter and keeping your finances in check, is spreading around the world and making a big difference. With the idea that less is more, minimalism has even become an interesting way of thinking for many. Focusing on quality over quantity is the key to this way of life. Reduce your possessions to just what you need. Living a simple life will help you get more time for yourself and keep your home clean. A lot of older people think they should enjoy their golden years by shopping and pampering themselves instead of taking care of their basic needs. In reality, many things that people buy on the spur of the moment are only used once or twice. Food doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be healthy and fresh. Health should always come first, no matter what age. Health is very important. A lot of people think that the only way to be healthy and live a long time is to be able to afford fancy foods. People look down on market foods, but they forget that what's important are the nutrients and ingredients. There's no point in eating something fancy if it doesn't give you enough nutrition, doesn't taste good, or makes you sick. Pay close attention to how many nutrients are in each ingredient. Carbs, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals should all be in the right amounts in meals for older people. Stay away from harmful things, drink enough water, and don't eat too much salty or processed food. Sort out your relationships. You've been around for a long time, done a lot of things, and have a lot of relationships with family, friends, and coworkers. No matter what, everyone is busy and has their own life. Some people only think about their relationships when they need help, and they use flattery to get older people to help them. When dealing with some people, you need to be patient and polite. If you don't want to, it can be inconvenient to say yes, but it can also be hard to say no. A lot of people have been scammed and lost all the money they had saved up over their whole lives. Not only does life require getting rid of unnecessary things, but it also requires managing relationships. Pay attention to the people who love you and care about you so that you can love them back. If you're not stressed out by any relationships, you don't need to cut them off. Just focus on something else. In conclusion, older people don't need to spend a lot of money on unnecessary things. People think that saving money is a smart way to live because it helps you stay healthy and alive. You can have a comfortable and meaningful old age if you learn to take care of yourself and handle your money well. Going to the bathroom should be easy and comfortable for a healthy person, with no strange symptoms or pain. If, on the other hand, the urine changes color, has foam, or hurts, it could mean that there are problems with the kidneys or prostate. There are risks, like getting prostatitis or having your prostate get bigger. In these situations, it is very important to go to the hospital right away for an exam and diagnosis. Men's kidneys are very important, and problems with them can have serious effects on both mental and physical health. Because of this, it is very important to pay close attention to any strange symptoms you have when you urinate, both in the morning and during the day. A good mood and lots of energy in the morning can be a sign of good health in general. Not only does a newfound energy boost mean you're feeling good, but it also means that important organs like the liver, kidneys, and lungs are staying young and healthy. Getting enough rest and renewal from sleep is a good way to start the day. When someone wakes up feeling bored or sluggish, on the other hand, it is important to pay attention to their health. If you feel tired even after getting enough deep sleep, it could be your body's way of telling you something. If this condition doesn't go away, it can hurt both your physical and mental health. That's why it's important to get checked out and evaluated on time to find and fix problems quickly. Having a bright red face when a man wakes up can mean he is healthy. If the face is gray, the skin is rough, or there are signs of swelling, the kidneys may be hurt and need immediate care. Some men may wake up with swelling in their face, legs, or even the whole body. A problem with the metabolism in the kidneys is the main cause of this effect. The kidneys play an important and unique role in the body's water balance. When kidneys don't work right, they might not get rid of water quickly enough, which can cause it to build up and cause swelling. Having swollen legs may also be a sign of a higher risk of heart disease. If these conditions are found, it is important to get checked out and treated right away for any related problems. Professionals and timely people over 60 need to accept their age and make changes to their lifestyles to fit their health. Lee is 70 years old. He made sure to drink enough water and work out regularly when he was in his 60s. He drinks and works out less now that he is in his 70s, though, even though his daughter tells him every day to work out and drink enough water. Mr. Lee has problems. "I can't be like when I was younger. I'm already 70 years old," he says. "I feel like I need to go to the bathroom all the time if I drink a little more water. It keeps me up at night." When asked about exercise, he says that his knees aren't as strong as they used to be. He can't do more exercise because walking for a while hurts, and it is hard for him to lift. Doctors say that drinking more water and exercising more are good for your health and longevity, but they're not the only good habits. Health problems and habits are different for everyone. People who are older often have more limitations than younger people. Many older people whose kidneys or hearts aren't working well need to change how they live to better suit their bodies if they want to stay healthy and live longer. You don't have to drink more water and work out more as you get older. If you are over 60, remember these 5 rules for living a long life. It's very important to get enough sleep. Older people should find the right balance between exercise and rest. This means doing moderate exercise within the limits of what their bodies can handle, and resting as needed by their bodies. Getting enough rest and good sleep is very important for older people. If you are over 60, these 3 things are important to remember. Start going to bed and getting up early every day. Stick to a regular schedule. It is very important to get enough sleep every night and make sure you get good rest. People should feel refreshed when they wake up, even if they wake up in the middle of the night or need an over-the-counter sleep aid. Good sleep is good for older people's health. It can boost their immune system, keep their hormones stable, and even help them live longer. Please leave the 3rd comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. Keep a positive attitude. If you are over 60, don't force yourself to do anything and keep a good attitude. For instance, a lot of older people push themselves to work out too much, even though they are sick and have trouble moving. This is not only not possible, but it could also be harmful. For older people who already have heart problems, doing too much exercise can make their hearts work harder and even put their lives at risk. People over 60 must keep a positive attitude. When you accept your age, you can live a better life, be less stubborn, and feel less stressed. Older people shouldn't worry too much about their health or family problems. After age 60, you should go more slowly. Over time, body functions slowly deteriorate and agility drops compared to youth. Be more careful and move more slowly at this point. Walking, eating, and waking up should all be done more slowly by older people. Slowness is not a sign of getting worse. It's a sign of health and destiny. Do not use stimulants. If you are over 60, it is best to stay away from smoking and drinking. These things are bad for your health at any age. If you do these things because you're getting older, it's hard to stay healthy. The main thing people want as they get older is to stay healthy. When people are healthy, their quality of life goes up, and they don't have to worry about their kids. Change what you eat. When you're over 60, it's very important to eat well. Don't eat processed, fried, pickled, grilled, or other junk foods. Make sure you eat 3 well-balanced meals a day, and try to eat at regular times. Pay attention to nutritional balance by eating a variety of vegetables, fish, and meat. This will give your body the nutrients it needs. People over 65 shouldn't take too many supplements because they don't help much and can be a waste of money. Many of us think of money and health when we think of being happy. Most people are happy now that they've reached this point. In the developed world we live in now, living standards are rising. There are a lot of people who think that living longer means being happier, but new research shows that happiness peaks between the ages of 65 and 70. This discovery has completely changed how we think about the link between happiness and longevity. Because of 3 things. Being happy at this age doesn't depend on living a long time. When you retire, you don't have to worry about the stress and competition of work. Mind health is more important to them, and they seek inner peace. These people have lived a long time and know how to enjoy every moment. They find happiness in the little things in life, but that doesn't mean they stop growing. They keep traveling the world with a grown-up attitude. The wise things they said and the way they were happy show us that happiness isn't just for kids. How someone feels about life has nothing to do with their age. It turns out that you can find happiness in a cup of tea taken slowly, as well as in the fast-paced chase of the busy world. People often think that having money and being healthy are the 2 most important things in old age that make you happy. We talk about happy people, and it seems like they have found a way to balance these 2 things. There isn't much worry about money for people this age because they have saved a certain amount. They care a lot about their health, though, because they know that it's the most important thing. Without good health, money doesn't mean anything. At this point in time, people don't care as much about fancy things as they used to. Instead, they put more money into their health and family. But at the same time, this age group knows how to balance work and life. They're not like young people who jump right into their careers. Instead, they look for ways to make their lives better by doing things that are important to them. They don't see life as a race, but as an interesting journey. Happiness and health are what they need on this trip. To do well at age 60, you need to have a lot of knowledge and life experience. Life is no longer a blank page for anyone. It's a book full of happy and sad stories. The older the ginger, the spicier it gets, says a Vietnamese proverb. This is because older people are smarter and have a bigger picture. They don't let small things bother them anymore because they've been through so many storms in their lives. Instead, they deal with both big and small problems with a calm and tolerant attitude. It's not always easy to get through life. Every problem is an opportunity. People who are older can look at problems from different points of view and use their many life experiences to get through tough times. It's hard for younger people to keep this calm and relaxed attitude. Also, older people know how important it is to be alone sometimes. They know how important relationships are and love the people in their lives. Knowing that these things are much more important than getting rich, they enjoy spending time with family and friends. Not only do they understand life, but they also have a deep understanding of how valuable it is. Younger people are inspired by their way of life to slow down and enjoy life more. In terms of happiness, how we live each day is more important than how long we live. Being happy is a choice that comes from having a deep understanding and appreciation of life. Scientist Brian Mann's study in the Journal of the American Medical Association shows that the years between 55 and 65, which are called transitional years, determine a person's health and how long they will live. Women's health and physical abilities start to decline around age 55, and many diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, arthritis, and osteoporosis are linked to this. Men over 55 often have problems with sleep, loss of appetite, and muscle loss. More signs of aging show up, and the risk of getting diseases like cancer and diabetes rises. People between the ages of 55 and 65 are in middle age and need to keep up healthy habits to increase their chances of living a long and healthy life. Please leave the first comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. Scientists have found that these 4 habits of people who live a long time are good for your health. 1. Getting enough protein. Newcastle University in the UK looked at data from over 785-year-olds in 2006 and found that people who ate enough protein every day were healthier and less likely to get sick than people who didn't eat enough protein every day. The body loses muscle mass as we age, which makes us weak and limits our ability to move around. Because of this, keeping your muscle mass up helps you stay healthy as you age. Protein has other benefits as well, like helping to keep your muscles strong and your immune system working well. Dr. Florence, an associate professor of medicine in New York and the founder of the Comet Health Medical Center, has been looking for ways to slow down or stop aging for years. To keep their muscle mass, she says to eat at least 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. Meat, fish, eggs, dairy products, nuts, tofu, lentils, and other beans, as well as dairy products, are all good sources of protein for older people. 2. Do some moderate exercise. Just like eating enough protein, working out regularly helps keep muscle mass and bones healthy. A survey of thousands of Chinese people who lived to be very old showed that they did various moderately intense physical activities to keep their health in good shape. New studies show that people who work out regularly have a 41% lower risk of dying too soon. Regular exercise also helps older people build stronger bones, lower their blood sugar, keep their blood pressure stable, and lower their risk of getting dementia. Having dark chocolate for 3. Dark chocolate with a cocoa content of 70% to 90% has fewer calories and more health benefits than milk chocolate. Because it has a lot of antioxidants, dark chocolate has been known for a long time to be good for older people. Lowered blood pressure and bad cholesterol levels, better blood flow to the brain, and a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's are all linked to these compounds. Italian researchers have found that dark chocolate can help middle-aged people sleep better. Also, research in the journal Physiology and Behavior suggests that older people can see a lot better after eating dark chocolate. Eating chocolate on a regular basis can also help reduce stress and anxiety. The phenylethylamine in chocolate makes the brain release endorphins, chemicals that make you feel good. 4. Taking extra vitamin D. It has been shown that vitamin D, which is also called the sunshine vitamin, helps the body do a lot of important things. Not getting enough vitamin D can make your bones weak, cause joint pain, make your muscles tired, and lower your immune system. A study done in 2017 with more than 5,600 older people found that those who took extra vitamin D slept better and felt less lonely and depressed. Taking care of your mental health has a big effect on how long you live. Vitamin D also helped older people avoid getting cancer and infections, keep their teeth healthy, and make their bones stronger. Vitamin D can be better absorbed when it is mixed with omega-3 rich foods like salmon or eggs. Do these 2 things after age 65 to live longer. 1. Think more. As people get older, their brains also start to break down. One of the most common diseases that come with getting older is Alzheimer's disease, also called senile dementia. So, stopping brain aging is important for improving health and length of life. It is possible to slow down the aging process of the brain by using it often. Studies done recently have shown that doing intellectual activities, like reading books, solving puzzles, and learning new languages can help keep your mental health in good shape. 2. Keep up with your friends and family. You will be happier and live longer if you think positively and feel loved. To keep your mood up and stay positive, stay in touch with family and friends. A lot of research has shown that people who have lots of good relationships live longer and are less likely to get sick. Being lonely and feeling alone can be bad for your health, so staying connected with other people is very important for your mental and physical health. We appreciate you reading this and sharing these helpful tips for living healthy and happy older years. We've talked about a lot today, from how to manage your relationships and understand the importance of balanced nutrition to how to spot the signs of good health and form habits that will help you live longer. What did this video teach you? Please get in touch with us. Leave a comment below with one thing you've learned that you want to use in your own life. Leave a comment below if you liked this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. With your help, we can keep giving you useful information and support. Thanks for seeing.